I found hidden cameras in my Airbnb, so I called 911, but they didn't do anything. Is there a creepier feeling than thinking someone is watching you? It is totally uncomfortable when you sit in a restaurant or maybe your car and look up to see eyeballs glued to your every move. That may be awful, but the feeling of being watched by a camera might be even worse. Yes, we agree surveillance in some places is necessary, but we're talking about prominent places, such as the bank, gas station, and the self-checkout lane. Can you imagine checking into an Airbnb and finding a camera? Nope, we can't either. That is what happened to a woman on TikTok and her friend while they were on vacation in Miami, and the whole thing has us totally creeped out. A couple of young women suddenly felt uneasy in their Airbnb. TikToker Caitlin, who posts on the app as @Caitlin_boss19, was staying with a friend at an Airbnb in Miami when they noticed something strange. There appeared to be what they believed was a camera in one of the lights. The young women called 911 for help, not wanting to take any chances. A couple of police officers showed up to help, but Caitlin explained in a follow-up video that they couldn't agree on whether it was a camera. The officers checked over the entire place and couldn't find anything else that would harm the women. But Caitlin and her roommate still felt unsafe, so they devised a plan. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna call the Airbnb and be like, hey, we're here for a certain amount of time. It's super dark in the Airbnb, like can someone come, the light bulb in this, like the light container, I don't even know what you call it, and watch them and then be like, hey, like what is that, she explained. Caitlin and her roommate decided to stay until they could determine if they were being watched. But then, they left. Caitlin explained in another follow-up that she and her roommate eventually decided to leave the Airbnb for a new place because, besides the suspicious lights, the room itself was nothing like she thought it would be. She said it was dirty and gross, and someone told her that the building was allegedly supposed to be torn down. This was just not a safe experience, she shared. Airbnb found them a new place to stay and gave them a full refund. The women were happy, but TikTokers had questions. People on TikTok had mixed feelings about the whole situation. First, some people thought calling 911 was extreme. Okay, 911 for a camera? Leave, do not waste 911 time, one comment reads. Literally change place or try to cover it up with some clothes, another person wrote. But Caitlin quickly clapped back. Well, when we don't feel safe, and they've been filming us changing, that is something to take seriously, she wrote. Other people thought it was just part of the light. That's just the empty socket for the light bulb, someone wrote. Isn't that like the bottom of the light bulb? You know when you don't have that glass thing, that is the part you put the bulb into, another person suggested. Others think Caitlin did the right thing by calling the police. She and her roommate were uncomfortable and wanted help. Plenty of people agreed with her. I'm from the UK and I'm pretty sure you're meant to call the police if there's a hidden camera, one commenter pointed out. All the people saying you shouldn't have called 911, you could have been in serious danger if they had been watching you find it. 911 call warranted, someone else agreed. And then there were all of the people begging for an update. Sadly, there isn't really one. Yes, Caitlin got a new Airbnb, but we still need more info. Was someone watching? Did they remove the host from the site? Has anyone else visited this place and had problems? Trust us, we could go on. She simply said that the company closed the case, but it was never determined whether there was actually a camera. Nope, we're not satisfied either. If you hear anything, please let us know. We're dying to find out. Unconventional summer adventures that are fun for the whole family. It's finally summer, which means the kids are on vacation from school, the weather is warmer, and the sun sets later. Take advantage of the beautiful summer weather by going on adventures with your family. Spend some quality time together by exploring the great outdoors, trying new activities, and enjoying one another's company. Instead of doing the same things you always do, try thinking outside the box this year. Here are some of our favorite unconventional summer activities the whole family will love. 1. Visit a national park. If you've never been to a national park, add it to your summer bucket list. National parks have so much to offer. In addition to the beautiful nature views, you can also camp, hike, bike, swim, and so much more. National parks are incredibly kid-friendly, and nearly every park has a junior ranger activity. Park your RV at a campground and spend a few days exploring. 2. Try glamping. This summer, go glamping with your family in an RV. Get all the great benefits of camping, like enjoying the outdoors, cooking outside, and getting some fresh air, while still having the comforts of home, like beds and air conditioning. 3. Go stargazing. Turn stargazing into a whole adventure by traveling in your RV to observe some night sky events. If you've never seen a celestial event, you're in for something truly spectacular. Watching a meteor shower, seeing a comet, or experiencing an eclipse will be unforgettable for the entire family. My sister made an offensive joke and now I don't want to pay for her wedding dress. Is a joke really a joke? What if the joke pierces through your heart and triggers you deeply? On the Reddit forum Am I the A-hole, someone will call the person OP for original poster, posted about backing out of paying for their sister's wedding dress because of an offensive joke. The OP starts by saying that her ex-fiancé left them for his pregnant mistress right before their wedding in 2017. OP elaborated on how much that hurt and still does. That image, those details are forever engraved on my mind and I'll never forget how I felt that day. This was truly a turning point in my life. My family has always been there for me, so I kept close to them. Now, ARP's younger sister is engaged and her wedding is coming up. The sister is struggling financially, so OP offered to pay for her wedding dress. The sister's dream dress costs $7,000. Although the gown is very expensive, OP agreed to pay for it since she literally cried because she wanted it. Then one night while they were at their parents' home eating dinner with their aunt and cousin, OP shared that this happened. My aunt was asking my sister about the wedding and my sister said that everything was going according to plan and then casually laughed and said, "Let's just hope he won't run away with a pregnant mistress or something on our wedding day." Both the sister and aunt start laughing and mocking the OP. OP elaborated on why she expected this behavior from their aunt, but explained why she is upset with her sister. I tease my aunt that would usually bring up what happened from time to time and say stuff like if what happened didn't happen you would have had at least 2 kids now, or do you know what day it is? Why? Our wedding anniversary. It's harsh, but she stopped doing it anymore. Maybe my sister is being influenced by her, but still. It hurt the same, and more coming from my own sister. OP shared her reaction to her sister's offensive joke. I was blown away completely. It happened so fast I got up and started screaming at her, calling her an idiot, but my parents asked me to take it easy and she said it was a joke and she didn't think I'd react so intensely. Then OP grabbed her stuff and told her sister she is getting $0 for her dream wedding dress and left. Later, OP talked about what the family thinks. My dad says, I was too harsh on my sister over a joke and said that I know this is how she is with her dark sense of humor. They said she's been crying after I decided to back out of helping her and said this'd ruin her wedding. They want me to reconsider my decision since it might damage my relationship with my sister, but I refused. OP was left wondering if she was being overdramatic for backing out of her offer. The majority of Redditors sided with OP and defended the decision. Let's all joke about someone's trauma, and then get mad at them when they react exactly how you'd expect someone with trauma to react, one person commented. Someone else talked about ARP's entitled sister. Yep. Sister is entitled to her sense of humor. It just happens to be expensive, the person wrote. And OP is entitled to her sense of humor. ARP's sense of humor is saving her $7,000. I mean, that'd make me laugh. Another advised OP on how to use that $7,000 she just saved. OP, take that $7,000 and buy yourself a nice little vacation, laugh all the way from the airport to your hotel room. Also, if your sister is struggling for money, it's ridiculous to spend $7,000 on a dress she will wear for a few hours, the person wrote. That kind of decision-making is likely why she is struggling, financial dumpster fire. Lastly, one Redditor criticized how horrible ARP's family is treating her. The aunt can cough up the $7,000. I also love how the dad tries to guilt-trip OP that she might be ruining the relationship with her sister, while ignoring that sweet little sis fired the first shot, the person commented. Shouldn't dad be telling the little sister she was cruel and potentially ruining her relationship with OP? Why so one-sided?